Hey everyone, before we dive in, if you enjoy real-life stories about personal growth and tough choices, hit that subscribe button right now. It really helps the channel grow. I didn't give Sarah the divorce papers because I was mad. There was no yelling, no doors slamming, no big emotional outburst I'd practiced in front of the mirror. It happened on a calm Tuesday night. One of those evenings when a whole house seems to weigh a little more, like everything inside is pausing and waiting. I'd come to terms with my choice months earlier, way before I ever slid that envelope across to her. Sarah glanced up from her phone as I set the documents down on the kitchen counter. At first, she didn't get what they were. Then her expression shifted, not scared, not upset, just irritated, like I'd messed up her evening plans. I stood there and waited. That's what I always did. Wait. She grabbed the papers, skimmed through them quickly without really taking it in, and gave a quick, sharp laugh. "You can't be serious," she said. "You're overreacting." That word, overreacting, I'd heard it so many times over the years. Any time I brought up the growing gap between us, the long silences, the way we coexisted like courteous strangers rather than a real couple, I didn't push back. I didn't try to explain myself. I just stayed steady, surprisingly calm even to me. If this is already hitting close to home for you, go ahead and like the video so it can reach more people going through the same silent battles. Sarah brushed past me, snatched her keys, and said, "I'm calling Emily." Emily was her closest friend, the one who always had all the answers, the one who saw every situation as having a clear bad guy, and it was never Sarah. Emily showed up quickly, bursting with energy and protective fury, like she'd been ready for this fight. She didn't bother with a greeting. She looked right at me and demanded, "What the hell are you doing to her?" I leaned on the counter and let her go on, speaking for both of them. She called me selfish, said every marriage has rough patches, that real guys don't bail when life gets tough. Sarah stayed back, arms folded, letting her friend handle the battle. I didn't cut in. I didn't get loud. I just absorbed it all, because I'd heard versions of this talk every time I asked for more effort, more closeness, more truth. When Emily finally stopped, expecting me to fight back, I simply said, "I'm not walking out. I already stayed longer than I should have." That threw her off. I shared with both of them what I've been holding inside for years, that love can't live on constant excuses, that feeling alone doesn't always mean being by yourself. It can mean being overlooked by the person right beside you every night. I made it clear I wasn't expecting Sarah to be flawless. I just wanted her to show up, really be there. If you've ever been called too sensitive or too demanding just for wanting basic respect, drop your experience in the comments. I read them all. Emily rolled her eyes and said, "So you're tossing your marriage away because it's not thrilling anymore?" I shook my head. "No, I'm ending it because nothing improved after I kept speaking up." Then Sarah finally chimed in. "You never gave me a real chance." That's when it hit me how completely different our versions of events were. I told her I'd given chances to my quiet patience, through lowering my hopes bit by bit, through picking calm over conflict every time. What I finally stopped offering was open access to the part of me that treated being ignored as okay. Type clarity in the comments if you agree that recognizing when to leave takes real strength. Emily leaned in, softening her tone like she was giving wise counsel. She warned I'd regret it, that dating out there is rough, that nobody else would tolerate my high standards. I nearly smiled, because for once, being on my own didn't scare me. Staying unseen did. Sarah looked back at the papers, as if hoping they'd change on their own. I let her know it was all officially filed. This wasn't a bluff. It was done. If this story speaks to you, think about sharing it with someone who might need that push to put themselves first. One shared experience can spark an important talk. The room fell silent. No more lectures, no more justifications. Just the quiet sound of something finishing, not with chaos, but with finality. Before you click away, like the video, comment one word that captures how this left you feeling, and subscribe for more stories on setting boundaries, honoring yourself, and picking peace over constant turmoil. Sarah finally met my eyes, looking for something I'd run out of, not pardon, not excuses. She wanted the old Alex back, the one who'd debate, plead, and twist himself up just to keep things smooth for her. That guy wasn't coming back. Emily, picking up on my quiet, tried one more time. This is a massive mistake. You call this brave? It's running away. I gave a gentle smile, not to be rude, but because I got it. To them, it probably seemed like giving up, like admitting defeat. But real strength isn't always noisy. Sometimes it's in calm choices, in standing firm without shouting, in releasing what isn't returned. I pulled my phone from my jacket, sent a fast message to my attorney, confirming the filing was complete. Sarah's face shifted the second she realized this wasn't up for debate anymore. It was happening. If you've ever stepped up to take charge of your own happiness, comment empowered below so others know they're not alone. Emily pressed her lips together. You think this makes you the good guy? You're just hurting her on purpose. I shook my head. No, I'm guarding myself. That's not the same thing. Sarah's mouth trembled, maybe for the first time in ages. Maybe facing the reality stung more than any outburst from me ever could have. She'd spent years brushing off my gentle pleas for closeness, for notice, for simple recognition. And now that I'd stopped shielding my own feelings, she wasn't okay with it. The clock kept ticking. The quiet grew heavy, wrapping around everything we'd built. I understood then that not every ending explodes. Some arrive in a profound stillness, the kind that finally lets you exhale after years of holding everything tight. I moved toward the door, coat draped over my arm. No rushing, no dramatic exit. Just steady steps from someone who'd finally seen his own value. Emily started to say something else, maybe another jab, but I didn't stick around to hear it. If this hits home, pass it along to anyone unsure about making their own move toward peace. Seeing someone else's resolve can illuminate the way forward. Sarah came after me into the hall, saying softly, Alex, can we talk? I stopped, turned, and replied gently, we can someday, but not tonight. Right now. I'm figuring out what choosing myself feels like. Her friend grumbled something and headed out, likely to reshape the events in her head to match her narrative. But that wasn't my worry anymore. I'd taken back control of my story. I walked out into the cool night air, feeling it sharp against my skin, like a clean beginning. No swelling soundtrack, no perfect sunset, just raw, crisp cold that proved I was fully alive and able to feel everything without drowning in it. I drove to a little coffee shop downtown, one of my go-to spots for clear thinking. I took a window seat, watching the world go by. Couples shared laughs. Friends bickered over small stuff. Kids ran around outside. And after so long, I felt something I'd lost. My own presence, fully there for myself. Comment if you've ever seen that the toughest decisions are the ones that truly liberate you. Let's talk about how courage can look like releasing your grip. Sipping my coffee, I reflected on all those years spent trying to repair something that wasn't only my responsibility. The lonely evenings, the unspoken gaps, the little dismissals that piled up into an unbreakable wall. And I smiled to myself because I finally accepted it. Some relationships aren't worth saving single-handedly. Some stories need to end, so the next one can start stronger. I texted a close buddy, assuring them I was good, not furious, not resentful, not broken, just free. Like this if stories of claiming your peace move you. Comment freedom, and subscribe for more on self-worth, healthy limits, and growing into your best self. Leaving never felt so much like arriving home. And in that return to myself, I discovered the clear vision I'd chased forever. That the most courageous act is often loving yourself enough to release what doesn't help you grow anymore.